light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. What an affirmation. Here we go again. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. What an affirmation is right. Now if every word is important, here it comes again. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Are y'all out there? How is everybody today?
Good.
Wonderful. Awesome. Now I just invite you to breathe with me. Just relax and settle down and breathe a mindful breath, relaxing into this beautiful day outside here this morning. I invite you to feel the presence of love expanding within you. Feel your heart warming your body with a tingling, glowing light. And we join together this morning as CSL. We merge our lights together as one light. We expand our love as one love, focusing joy and peace upon the world as we speak our purpose statement together from this space of perfect harmony. So in your handout is our purpose statement. Here we go. As an intentional spiritual community, the purpose of CSL is to be a living environment for individuals to realize that we are all unique emanations of God, the love intelligence governing the universe. We embody the truth of our oneness with God, and we consciously practice this truth in our everyday life. Through the exploration of new thought, ageless wisdom, and the energy of unconditioned love, we are dedicated to individual transformation and to being a beneficial presence in the world.
Place within my mind, and I will listen, Holy Spirit. still, my soul, be still. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still and know. I will make a quiet place within my life, and I will listen, Holy Spirit. I will listen. I will make a quiet place. I will make a quiet place. I will make a quiet place.
And in this quiet place, I invite you to join me in the heart center, in that place where we can each become aware of the oneness of life, the goodness of life, the allness, the wholeness, and the isness of life. And each breath that we take, that life infuses us with its livingness, with its beingness, expressing itself in and through, and as all life, individualized as each of us. For that is all there is. And it is that love, that divine love that has no circumference, and which is centered everywhere, simultaneously, for there is no place that God is not. And this divine love of life is my life right now, and it is the life of each one here today. We are this pure divine love knowing itself, individualized, exquisite expressions of life itself. And it is in this truth that I speak my word, affirming and claiming that all life is evolving to an ever greater expression of the divinity that we are, embracing an ever deepening awareness of this truth of who and what we are. And I speak my word affirming that as this awareness of our true nature comes into a greater understanding and acceptance, we sweetly surrender to an active expression of this greater awareness of love, of joy, of peace, of beauty. We joyfully become a greater expression of all that we are, our divine birthright of the all good, pure love expressing. And I turn my attention to the prayer chest, knowing that each request has already activated the healing presence of divine love. The healing presence of truth is revealed in perfection and wholeness. For divine healing is taking place, right action is being activated, and the goodness of life is manifested in wholeness, perfection, and love. And all is well. So I give thanks for this service today, for this love that expresses as each volunteer, each staff, the music, the sound, each and every one here as we all unify together, expressing this love so that we can each expand our awareness and express a greater abundance of life. And in great gratitude for this expression of life, for this truth of our being, this magnificence of the day, this activity of God living as each one of us, I just release this word into the law, knowing it is already so. And we just join together with great enthusiasm as we declare, and so it is.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. 'Cause here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul.
Well, on this beautiful day, I'd like to call your attention to the prayer chest just behind the sign behind you. If there is something that is heavy on your heart, something that is heavy on your mind, please leave your worries and concerns here. Just put your request in the prayer chest. They're all kept confidential, and the practitioner will be doing affirmative spiritual mind treatment this week on your behalf. And my quotes for today. When I get sick of what men do, I have only to walk a few steps in another direction to see what spiders do, or what the weather does. This sustains me very well indeed. That's E.B. White, author of Charlotte's Web. I have 3 today. Joy does not simply happen to us. We have to choose joy and keep choosing it every day. That's Henry Novian. All shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things be well. For there is a force of love moving through the universe that holds us fast and will never let us go. Julian of Norwich.
Thank you, Lou. I love that. A force of love in the universe that will never let us go. All right, we're done, right? What else is there? I know what there is, actually. So the focus, the theme, of course, is love, and the focus for this week is the waiting place. And I had been waiting, a lot of you know, for a baby to be born, right? My daughter Zoe, she was due on June 28th, and yesterday on July 10th, she gave birth to a granddaughter, my baby girl. She named her Winnie. It was so cute. And so anyway, yeah, it's just very precious. So I'm high today on babies. Okay. So this month we are looking at the 6th principle of manifestation from the book Empowerment by John Randolph Price, which is our focus for the whole year of 2021, a year of spiritual empowerment. Anyone interested in that? An empowerment year, right? This month we're talking about the principle of love, and I wanted to read what John Randolph Price has in here about love. So we just came off of the principle of visualization last month, right? Talked a lot about that. And he says, while you are visualizing your good, be sure to love what you see. Pour all the love you have into those finished pictures. Generate that warm, passionate, and powerful feeling of love, and let it radiate through those images in your mind, your images that you're visualizing. Remember that love energy is the most powerful force in the universe, the power behind the whole thrust of creation. And that love power will clothe your images with radiant substance for perfect manifestation in the physical world. Substance is the creative energy of everything visible, the divine idea underlying all physical manifestation. When you consciously radiate the energy of love, when with purpose of mind you send forth currents of love through your mental pictures, when you love what you see with deep, deep feeling, you are propelling the substance and giving it a clear path to follow as it moves from cause into effect. Substance is the raw material out of which everything visible is formed. And love is the animating force that forms it. When you love what you see with all your heart, your mental images will stand out with clarity and will become real or substantial to you. Through the love vibration, you unite the conscious, subconscious, and superconscious phases of your mind, and you truly embody the pattern that represents the fulfillment of your desires. Love power will help you to realize the truth of that which you are seeking. And this realization must, by law, outpicture itself in your world. As above, so below. As within, so without. So he says, in order to manifest that which is desirable to us, that we must energize our desires with love for them. We must love our new images of our new life. The love is the energizing power and brings to life what we focus our love upon. So it seems that we have to be mindful of what we are focusing our love upon, right? And so I asked myself, why would I ever love something undesirable and bring it into my life? Well, really only because we are ignorant of the law of God. We just don't know, and therefore we don't consciously choose, but we live our lives out of our subconscious thoughts and beliefs that have been running the show for a long time, all those old habits. We are giving our love power to what we don't want by not knowing that we can create what we do want with mindful focus of attention. We have mistaken fear for love often. Fear, too, can be a strong attractor. It's the other side of love. When we see negative images in our mind and react with the energy of fear, we set up in our consciousness the opportunity for less than desirable outcomes to outpicture in our lives for us. I don't know about you, but I do that a lot. It's not really even our fault, I'm going to say, as we are born into this human consciousness and we're subject to it in its entirety until we know differently and we can begin to break ourselves free with the truth. The truth that we can consciously stop focusing, stop giving our attention to our victim mentality and the short-term rewards that mentality appears to bring to us, like maybe avoiding failure or avoiding vulnerability, or maybe we feel a sense of love from the people that we turn to for our sympathy and for our attention when we're in that victim mentality. But we can learn to visualize a new life, a more empowered life, and we can slowly and consistently love it into existence. In doing this work, we need to call on our highest integrity and really be vulnerable to the truth. But we only need to be concerned with being honest with ourselves first. So even though that's scary, sometimes not as scary as being honest with other people or the world, but hard. We hide from ourselves, right? We can let go of the small temporary reward of hiding from ourselves, because there is a reward. And we can open to the grander, permanent reward of surrendering to love. So I want to talk just a little bit today about our victim thinking. And in metaphysics, we like to call it stinking thinking. Is anybody familiar with stinking thinking? Does anybody get into stinking thinking all the time? It's so easy. If you watch the news, I guarantee you're going to be in stinking thinking, okay? So there's a part of us that loves to be a victim. That's our ego self, and it's okay. Because then we're not to blame for anything. We're right, and therefore we're better than whatever, right? We think that. If we continue to be a victim to whatever it is, then it's not our fault. And we try to hide from our pain, denying or resisting our pain. We somehow feel that our pain is wrong or bad, or it means that we're weak or small because we have pain. But pain is a part of life. Without proper thought about it, we just accept this victim viewpoint, even though the energy it generates feels negative. It feels negative because it is not born in truth. And therefore, to believe in it denies the truth and causes resistance in our energy. We believe we're separate from our source when we believe we are a victim of something. When in truth, we are one with everything in God. We are, in spiritual terms, all one in this divine consciousness in which all things live and move and have their being. So do you see how our resistance to truth comes up when we see ourselves as a victim? When we continue our ignorant thinking, and ignorant just means we just don't know better, okay? Ignorant thinking, we set ourselves up for suffering. Resisting what is right now and wanting it to be different brings us suffering. Our pain doesn't cause suffering. Resisting our pain causes our suffering. It puts us at war with ourselves, and it doesn't feel good. Sometimes our stinking thinking is disguised and subtle, and we don't even recognize it. Sometimes our victimhood shows up as waiting. I catch myself here quite a bit, actually. Basically, I'm waiting for something, a situation or someone to change, almost always so I can be happy. Does anybody do that? This comes upon me so gradually that I don't even notice until I'm suffering in some way, and so or such and such is to blame for my suffering. I've gone to the waiting place a lot in my life, and I still catch myself going there, but I've spent a lot of time in the waiting place, waiting for all kinds of things. So I ask you today, are you waiting for something in your life to be different before you can enjoy or be happy in your life? This is where we must exercise our integrity muscle and be completely honest with ourselves in order to move beyond our victimhood status. Where in my life am I waiting for something to be different so I can be happy or so I can start living my real life? So I want to share with you out of this awesome book that I know you all know. Oh, The Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. He says, you can get so confused that you'll start into race down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace and grind on for miles across weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, toward a most useless place, the waiting place. For people just waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or a no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. I love that because I think that's true. We just all are waiting. So just what is everyone waiting for? Well, I say we are usually waiting for something to change, right? So when I catch myself waiting, I have to do my spiritual work because by now, that's always the answer, right? I say if I want to move on from the waiting place, then I need to discover the opposite of waiting and make my home or my consciousness, my thoughts, my beliefs and actions. I need to make them at the opposite of waiting instead. And what is the opposite of waiting then? Well, I think the opposite of waiting to be happy when something is different, is recognizing that all is perfect right now for me to be happy. Nothing on the outside needs to change in order for me to experience a happy moment in my life. I can choose to be joyous, content, clear, or, choose any feeling that you want to put in there. Fill in the blank. I can choose to be that right now. When I begin to care more about how I feel than what other people think, then I can begin to reach for happiness through my feeling nature by thinking and speaking and doing things that make me feel good and right, things that make me feel in alignment with love. Our life turns around towards happiness slowly and surely as we continue to consistently and methodically fill our minds with the activity of God. And so what does that mean? Fill my mind with the activity of God. What is the activity of God? God is joy. God is peace. God is beauty. God is wholeness. God is compassion. God is patience. God is kindness. God is abundance. God is love. We must fill our minds with thoughts of these things every day. To think on the things of spirit is making God active in your mind. Keep your mind centered on God and the goodness of love, and all things good must be shown to you. By the very nature of our power of attention, when we think about God, we are aware of good. If we are aware of good, then goodness is in our awareness. See how this makes perfect sense? God is so good, sensible, reasonable. Always keep a corner of your mind open to the presence of God, the present moment, the essence behind all things, the love upholding all things, the space in which all things take place. Here and now. I have choice right here and now to choose to feel the reward of seeing and feeling love everywhere. Indeed, especially in the things and people that I want to be different. This was the message of our beloved brother Jesus Christ. Love God with all your mind and heart and soul, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. Love, love, love. That was Jesus' message. If we so fill our mind with thoughts of love for all, we will begin to see the effects of love spread across this earth, because our eyes will be different. It only takes one person to change your life, and that's you. We can fool ourselves by saying, well, I'm happy here, and I'm happy here in my life, and here in my life. But I can't be at peace here in my life until someone or something is different than it is now. See how you're waiting for something to change. Our spiritual destiny, I believe, is to feel happiness and joy expressing in our lives at all times. And I don't say this to make us feel like failures because we experience less than blissful feelings, but because who doesn't want to feel the peace that passes understanding in every moment? If God is our life and God is whole, perfect, and complete, it seems normal and sensible that our life is also whole, perfect, and complete in every moment. And it's possible to know this to be true as well. Anything in our lives not showing forth as an experience of complete well-being becomes our work at hand. our life becomes a spiritual practice. What a beautiful journey. God's so smart. The activity of God in my mind is my supply of all things good. The activity of God in my mind is my supply. Isn't that fabulous news? So how active is God in my individual mind? Things like joy and peace and beauty and abundance and love. How active is love in my individual mind? I must activate God or love in my mind to move beyond the waiting place. Remember, out beyond right and wrong to that field where we are all one, where we share our joy in unconditioned love. I say, let's do it. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I say, I'll meet you in that field. Will you meet me there?
Yes.
Let's sing.
So I heard an interview with the rock musician Sting, and he was telling a story where he was on the beach in Barbados and learning from the local surfers that the waves come in generally in groups of 7, and then there's a pause between them, and that's when you would paddle out, and then the waves would start again. And he said that they said the 7th wave was generally the largest and most powerful of all, and if you hadn't caught a wave before that and ridden one in, that you would probably get munched by that 7th enormous wave. So he was likening the power of love to the 7th wave. And he said, ultimately, love will consume all things unlike itself. So here's his song, Love is the 7th Wave.
You're the queen of all you survey, all the cities of the nation, everything that falls away.
There is a deeper wave than this that you don't understand. There is a deeper wave than this tugging at your hand.
Every ripple on the ocean, every leaf on every tree, every sand dune in the desert, every power we never see.
There is a deeper wave than this swelling in the world. There is a deeper wave than this. Listen to me, girl, come on.
Feel it rising in the city, feel it sweeping all the land, all the borders, all the frontiers, nothing will its power withstand.
There is no deeper wave than this rising in the world. There is no deeper wave than this. And listen to me, girl.
All the bloodshed, all the anger, all the weapons, all the greed, all the armies, all the missiles, all the symbols of our fear. At the still point of destruction, at the center of our pure seventh wave. I say love is the seventh wave. I say love is the seventh wave. I say love is the seventh wave. I say love. 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 I say love. 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 I say love.
Thank you, Tamara. Yay! Tamara's fan club. So, on the back of the date night poster, which is the bright yellow one, I have printed some affirmations for you to use as your homework this whole month. Aren't you so excited? Statements affirming love. So look at all of these affirmations affirming love. Choose whatever gives you a tingly feeling, right? Choose a different one. Choose them all. But there you go. There's handouts on the table up here. And remember what Yogananda said about the path to lasting happiness. Study some, meditate more, and think about God or love all the time. See, it's always the same answer, right?
God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moon glow. God, you are every star shine, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall. God, you are every season, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. 'Cause you are the very breath I breathe, and your perfect love created me. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you.
Okay, as the ushers come forth, this is our time to consciously participate in the law of circulation. So if you'll take your gift, your tithe in your hand, and just know with me that as this gift has blessed me with my abundance, I gratefully share as it goes out to bless even further as it circulates, coming back to me also. And our affirmation: I am worthy of a wealthy life.
Words are in your program. Sing along. In a minute. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, that was kind of jazzy. There it is. Karen Drucker.
Sometimes good things take time.
I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get. Or with love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get. Or with love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. I start my day with love. Woo.
And these blessings are gratefully received, knowing that they go forth, spreading even more blessings through our church, our community, and our world. And so it is.
So it is.
So I welcome anyone who is here for the first time. Welcome to CSL in the summertime, out under our fabulous tree with our fabulous people in our fabulous neighborhood and our fabulous park, right? And our fabulous volunteers. So welcome. If you have any questions about our center, you'd like to know anything, you can probably ask most anybody, but Tamara here will be walking around and she knows everything, so you might as well ask Tamara. And she also has a little device if you would like to pay for any of our canvas and cocktails, any fundraiser that we're doing, any kind of a tithe or offering on your debit or credit card, she can do that for you as well. So thank you, Tamara, for that. And I also want to just put another plug in for the prayer request box in the back. If you have a challenge in your life right now, I really encourage you to write down your name on the prayer request form and the good that you are seeking, okay? It's important that you put your issue or your problem in the way of the good that you're seeking, okay? So that you can see the opposite of that problem. And then our dear Lou Kunzelman will take your prayer requests home, and on her spiritual time, she will do prayer work on your behalf. And so I really encourage you to get in on that. There's no problem that is too big or too small, and it actually doesn't even have to be a problem if you would like some extra energy on some kind of an adventure that you're taking off on, or whatever that would be. Put your name in the prayer chest because Lou loves to pray. So thank you so much, Lou, for your volunteer work in that. Seems like there was something else I was going to say, but I don't know what it was. So, we are going to claim our good together. So, in your program, under Claiming Our Good, here are our affirmations for this month. And let's say them like we mean them. Let's let the whole neighborhood know what these affirmations are. And we're just going to say them all the way down. Here we go. Let me move this here. There we go. I purify my mind with thoughts of love. I open my heart and sing the joys of love. I am a transparency through which God's love reaches the earth. I am a love whisperer. I love being me.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I'm getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I'm getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I'm getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here.
I remembered what I wanted to say. We have refreshments. We have coffee and stuff like this around the corner. We're going to set up the little black table. So we invite you to stay for fellowship, get a cup of coffee, come back over and have some visiting afterwards. So we're on our last affirmation, closing affirmation. Let's say it all like we mean it. Ready? Here we go. Life loves me and I love life.